Hi, welcome to the Commercial Gas Engineer channel. In this video I'm going to go through a few bits that I did in the last week or two. And first of all, I was doing a pressure switch change on a pt9 commercial boiler. So in order to do that, I obviously had to isolate the butterfly valves and shut off the pump serving that boiler. I was here just tracing to see if that definitely was the isolator for this particular wheel pump, and it was. There were some noisy pumps in this plant room. I was hoping that the butterfly valves didn't let by, but they are fairly new. They're only about 5 years old and haven't been used much, so they were doing what they were made for and isolating the system quite well. I decided to use the condensate trap hose to put on the heating side to drain it down. It was a slight weep, and then whilst doing so I was keeping my eye on the temperatures, as I didn't want a couple of hundred of people complaining about there being no heating or hot water in the building. I was also checking the pressure at the pressurization unit as well, to make that the valves weren't letting by, because if they were letting by, I would see on the pressurization unit, I would see the pressure dropping. Got a little bucket under there. Sometimes you can get these builder buckets online, they're pretty helpful. So I threaded up my new pressure switch and got my builder's bucket underneath. I mean, there's all different types of buckets you can get, different shapes and sizes, or even drain down bags and so on sometimes. But ideally in a plant room you want to drain as well. But there was nowhere else to vent it from to aid the drain down, so I just, once it looked as though most of the pressure was off and the temperature had dropped on this particular pipe work, I was checking the temperature. When doing drain downs, it's good to have gloves on, and just bear in mind that you can get burnt. Okay, so here it is. Just nipping that up. Nice and tight. Have you guys tried out these black mamba gloves? I like them. They're disposable and they're pretty strong. Let me know if you use any of them. They're called black mamba gloves. Your local merchant probably has them. So I reconnected the condensate trap, replenished the water and so on, and then was just testing to make sure that the new pressure switch was not leaking. Reconnected the connections on it. So the old one was basically not operating. It had a fault. It just had some dirt on it, but they're quite cheap and cheerful, so changed them. I think they cost around about the £50 mark. They're quite inexpensive. For testing purposes, you can just put a link in it to see if it operates the boiler. This particular boiler had water in it, so I don't know why the pressure switch wasn't working, but I think it's because it had dirt on it. So I'm turning on the boiler now. I must remember to turn the pump on as well. So the boiler's on. Let me turn my pump on. Stop my boiler from kettling. So my fork holder has come off, the pressure switch fork, and then the boiler is going to come on once there's a demand for heat. So there's my demand. Let me remember to turn my pump on. So the boiler is operating without fault, so I'm happy now. Definitely a flame in there, perfect. In this particular video, you have an idle Concorde that is failing to light. So I decided to check the pilot tube, and it was blocked. So I got a safety pin and threaded it through. So here's the safety pin I used, and I was aiming to unblock this pilot. Had some dirt. It was funny enough, there was more than one boiler found with a blocked pilot. So here's the unit now with a nice clear pilot, and it is operating without fault. Lovely. Just need to make adjustments to my burner pressures. So there's my burner pressure, 11.4 millibars. So I need to tweak that on both gas valves. And here's another unit with another blocked pilot tube. So I'm just making some adjustments to the gas valve, to both gas valves, because the burner pressure was like sky high 90 millibars, so that needed changing. This unit had been off for some time, needing to be repaired, so there was a bit of a delay on the gas valves. After adjusting it, there was a bit of a delay, but it eventually worked its way down. So I'm here adjusting both gas valves, and you can see my PRS, my pressure, is coming down there. And what should it be? It should be 12.1 millibar on a ideal Concorde CXA 120. Somehow someone convinced me to change a radiator, and after kicking and screaming, I decided to take part. I did some cheating and used the old brackets. And here's the radiator. It was on a commercial system, but just used a bag to drain it down, what was remaining in the radiator. And this here was a call out to a boiler where the pilot light needed to be lit on this particular gas-fired water heater. And as you know, you just hold down the white and then start clicking away. If you can't get a spot, pull out the tray and investigate. And then I was also just checking the fan flue dilution, that it was operating, that the relays were kicking in. And then I was making sure that the inverter for the flue fan dilution was running. And it was. So I was happy. And other people were happy also because they had hot water. Okay, until next time. Bye bye bye.